So like if I watch someone on the range and they're aiming wildly to the right or to the left, and they're actually looking at their target, typically they're going to experience those same things when they go on the course. Now it's interesting. A lot of times I'll see someone who comes to the range, aims pretty square. Now sometimes we have lines in the mat that sort of help, but they aim pretty square, and then they go on the course and they're aimed different. And then it's like, well, wait a minute, why did you on the range look at the target and that perception was square, but then on the range it was different? But if someone comes in and they're aimed way right or way left on the range, I'm almost positive all the time that's going to be on the course, because if they look at the target and they're aimed 30 yards right and that looks square to them, how the hell when they go out there is that going to all of a sudden look square? It's interesting, you know what I mean? It depends on that scenario. So, you know, if you're on the range and you're wildly right or left, when you go to a tour event and you watch them, a lot of those guys have sticks down. They don't do that for fun. Like, it's to check your aim. I don't golf and hit balls as much as I used to, but even when I did, when I would go on the course, I checked my aim, it was off a lot. And I golfed and hit balls every single day because our perception of the side of the ball, it changes, it's different, right? It's constantly we're adapting. So like the better players, they put a stick down all the time so they can check it, right? It's like follow a model that works. But it's always a shock to us. It's like, wait, what? Oh my God, I'm that far right? Which I get, shocks me too, but then when you actually think about it, it's like, no, that's not shocking. Like, that's what happens, that's normal. Okay, part of why you're getting what you're getting before we do anything else first is those first 3 shots, you're in a country mile to the right.
Yes.
Very far right. We talked about this, meaning like you don't have to aim perfect. If I take a setup, right, and I aim, you stand right back there, and I aim like you aimed on those first, when I was watching you, you were aimed, see the 150?
Yeah.
See the pole to the left?
Yes.
And then there's the next pole?
Yeah.
That, to me, that's where you looked like you were aiming. That far to the right. But you can probably see from back there too. Very, not, right, yeah, not on purpose. If I aim that far to the right, can I hit a ball back on the target from there and play good golf? Absolutely. But let's say I'm completely making up a number here, 20 degrees to the right. No idea if that's accurate, 20 degrees. I have to do something in swing to make up 20 degrees worth of right. You with me? So like the first shot you hit beautifully. Contact was good. To you, it looked like probably a big push. And you hit it dead straight where you aimed. And then your brain saw it go to the right. You either consciously or subconsciously corrected it, overcorrected it, and then you drew one back to the left.
Yeah.
Right? So that has, to me, just as much to do with that as it does like mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're just playing a game back and forth. Then the next one to the left, and then what? Then you compensate and it goes a little right. Yeah. That's just a harder game to play when you're starting 20 degrees off. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're practicing, because I see you sometimes put sticks and stuff down for aim, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you doing that?
Yes.
So that's what I would recommend. But if you're doing that and you're still aiming this far right, either this is a really bad territory for you on this particular mat, or we need to find a different way for you to do it for it to work for you. Maybe laying sticks down in that environment isn't good for you. Maybe we got to do it a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And find a solution for that. Because that was too far. Now let's talk about our aim here for a second before we do anything else. Let's say you're going to the 100-yard sign. And you're going to hit we got a little wind right to left. You want to hit a little draw, or you're drawing it currently. So where would you want the ball to start relative to the 100? Like, I think the pole just to the right of the 100,
Yeah.
if it started on the line and drew back, that'd be like a normal draw
Like the
size.
short one.
The short one, yeah. You agree with me on that?
Yes.
So let's say we're gonna have a ball here. I'm gonna put this dead in line with that pole. So here's our start line. Okay. Now I'm also gonna put, so does that look about right? Or is that wrong? Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm also gonna put this out there. So I'm gonna put this out here for start line, on our line. Here. Okay, so cool. So this is cool. I think if you had these two visuals and you laid a club down for your start line, right?
Yeah.
So if I want the ball to start there, that means I'm going to aim my club face at that, at address, and my feet parallel to it for a stock shot. That would be harder to mess up. Come over here. You got me on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a setup for me. Go ahead and hit. We're going to do 3 shots. I want you to be parallel to that. Cool. Now look at the 100. Your aim's perfect there. Do you feel left, straight, or right?
Yeah.
Feel left. Okay, that's about what you should feel. Now I don't care where the ball goes, just go ahead and make a swing from there. Okay, now relative to you aiming to the right, that's about what I would expect to happen. Right? Because if you aim 20 degrees to the right, now that's right at the target. What I'm saying is you're not able to predict that well enough for us to play that. Under certain circumstances, I'd say aim right, hit it back to the target, and you're cool. But we have shown we're not able to do that every time. So let's find middle. You same thing. I want you to aim perfect, and I want the ball to start to the right of that stick in front of you. So that aim is perfect. Look at the target. You should feel left. You're not. Look at the stick in front of you. I want the ball to start just to the right of that. Let's do it. Okay, so that started just to the right of it, still drew to the left. Same thing, one more. Aim good, start good first. Cool. So the direction was better than last year. That contact was not good enough. We're going to get to that in a second. But there is value to you like doing this. You're learning how to look at a target a certain way, right? So you can see with your vision, like how do you need to look at it to see these lines? What do you need to set up? And get the ball starting and curving the same way. If you're aimed 20 degrees off and you're playing that back and forth game like that, other things start to go off that don't need to. This would be like a fundamental thing. You don't need to aim perfect, but we got to aim within margins first. With me? If we get your aim tighter, your miss pattern's gonna be tighter.
Yes.
Agreed? A 20-degree offline aim and miss pattern's way to F offline. Think about that. You aim 20 degrees right and hit it dead straight, you're freaking 20 degrees to the right. It's like way right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So what's happening when we bring your aim back in? What just happened there? Yeah, they're not perfect. Some of them are pretty good. Some of you miss hit a little bit. We got to talk the contact part, but they're like in front of you. You with me? If we're going to practice with this stick here, right? So you're practicing a line from the ball to your start line. How you transfer that to the golf course is you pick an intermediate target.
Okay.
So let's say we were on this mat and these lines aren't here, and now you're out of luck. Or you pick an intermediate target, meaning, come back here to me. Let's say you're still going at 100, right? But I still want to draw, I still want to aim a little right. Now, all of a sudden, this little crack in the macadam is basically in line.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Now that is now my stick on the ground.
Okay.
Now I'm coming up, I got a straight line, cool. Now I'm lining my club face up with that, and I'm getting my feet parallel left. And in the beginning, you're gonna feel way left, but that'll go away. Gotta trust that. But the transfer on the course is not gonna happen by itself. You're gonna have to pick an intermediate target.
Gotcha. So it's sort of like putting. Just pick a target.
Exactly right. Yep, as close to you as possible.
Okay.
Club face to it. I think that's a pretty good solution.
Gotcha.
Okay.